Welcome to Advocation X, episode number 248. Hello to all my beautiful thinking people out there. It's time for a newsworthy investment broadcast sponsored by Baden Optical in beautiful Ontario, Canada. Please hit that like button, subscribe before we dive right into the depths of our topics today. So the topics to tackle here and now are my personal errors, buy the hype, new strategy number 1, new strategy number 2. Once again, good folks, I must say, we never give up and we never give in. And remember, keep an open mind because knowledge is your power. So do your research and maintain your power. Always do your own research. This is all about opinion and discussion and ideas, but this is not a substitute for a financial advisor or for doing your own research. Let's dive in the deep end right now. My errors, or personal errors, are a matter of perception, of course. We all make our own decisions. Some are good, some are bad, some are horrible. In the beginning of my foray into the investment world, I made tons of mistakes. One of the things that I picked up on from hearing tidbits here and there was diversification. You must diversify your portfolio. If you just go all in on any certain place, you're destined to doom. But if you're diversified, your chances of survival far outweigh. I made that mistake. I diversified. Me and my investment partner, we both diversified to the point where we had approximately, let's say in excess of 40 some odd different investments going on at the same time. If we had it all to do again and do over, the lessons that we've learned in this last little while would have greatly increased our chances of massive successes. But unfortunately, we listened to those who were giving advice. A lot of it was free advice, so we can't complain. If you take this as free advice and you follow everything I say and it tanks on you, I apologize, but it's your fault because everything you're hearing from all of us is just advice. Informed by facts, but that doesn't make any of us right. Based on the fact that there's financial advisors all over the world, analysts who have been doing this for many years and get every call 50-50 right and wrong. Isn't that a revelation? Flip a coin. Okay, I'll invest. Okay, I won't invest. Now, let's not belittle them. They've done a lot of research on their own, but that still doesn't make them right. So everything that you do can still fail. But don't stop trying. Never stop trying, because we never give up and we never give in. So some of my other errors. I follow the hype. I'd hear great stock and I would jump right in. The stock would start to crash and I'd jump right out. Another error. Your stock is crashing and you stick like glue. My first attempts at day trading. Oh, what a mistake. Trying to time a stock and the market is so difficult. The only way you can be successful at timing any stock is wait till it gets to the absolute apex where everybody's losing interest in the stock. They don't care about it anymore. Nobody talks about it anymore. You don't see it on a ticker tape. You don't see it anywhere. Sell it. And wait for that stock to drop out of space and hit so far down that it's worth reinvesting again because any uptick is going to make you money. Even that is a dangerous proposition. So all of those above mistakes, I made them all. Every one of them. So let's take buying the hype. Here's what happens. You know the rumor mill? You tell one person, they tell two people, they tell two people, they tell 10 people, they tell 8 people. Okay. So that's what happens, the same thing in the stock world. This is a great stock. Whoa, really? Yeah, this is a great stock. Whoa, really? Yeah, this is a great stock. Whoa, isn't that great? Yo, what happens? Everybody's throwing their money at it as it grows in the rumor. So, of course, when you look at that stock, by the time the information gets to you, it's like doing this. You're like, oh my God, I'm going to miss the boat. Boom, you throw your money in. Oh, did they forget to tell you that it would hit a peak and fall off the deep end? Because really the rumor mill does not control the stock. It's the boys with the big, big bucks. So once they get to a certain point and they know they've hooked in all kinds of fish, they're all in there and they're just reeling in and reeling in, and they sell. Why do they sell, you ask? It's a good stock. Why are they selling? Because they know more than you do. They know that the stock is valued here. They buy it and they push that stock up here. You should have bought here, but you waited for the hype. So now you're buying here. These guys are selling off their shares because if they sell 1/4 of their shares, they've already paid for everything they invested in that stock. As it continues to decline, your money goes to poo. What do? A lot of people do. They get out. They sell it. Guess who buys it back? That's right, the big boys. They buy it back. It comes to its rightful place, and then it starts to coast along with small little ups and downs. Well, think about it. If you have 1 million shares of anything, you don't care if it goes up 3 pennies. You sell it and you make big dollars. If it goes down 4 pennies, you buy it back. You've made more dollars, and major dollars. Don't be fooled. Really keep your head screwed on straight when you go into investing. Now, there's another strategy that says buy the rumor, sell the news. Now, what that means quite simply is when you start hearing about this stock and all the great things it's going to do, and they're coming up with an earnings call, and they're coming up with a new release and a new product, and they're going to announce a new CEO, a new few board members. All of that is the rumor. Buy. Absolutely. If it's a decent stock, buy. Because it's going to continue to go up because people realize it's a good stock, and any good changes in a good company can raise the valuation of that company and raise the sales and raise the production. All kinds of good things can happen from good decisions being made within a corporation. So buy. Don't wait till the rumor is gone everywhere and then buy. Buy right away on the rumor. If you missed the beginning of the rumor, don't take a chance. Or take a chance. It's up to you. My suggestion for myself is don't take a chance anymore, because I've been burnt so many times of buying that news on the way up and then hitting the crash point and losing. Not losing, because I don't usually lose. If it's a good stock, I hang on to it until it comes back to normal, and I'll get my money back eventually. But you don't want your money tied up for weeks and weeks and weeks on end trying to get back to a point that you never should have bought at. Okay? So, when you buy on that rumor, go, 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 go. When it comes to the announcement date, you can sell the day before, or sometimes even the day of. Or you can hang on and watch to see if maybe the announcement is really good and it shoots up again. What I'm finding is that on the norm, that's the good time to sell, okay, the day before. And again, it depends on the actual stock, okay? When we talk about my number one pick overall, Tesla, there's only been one announcement that I saw where the stock went down. I mean, it'll do a little blip, but when it came to Tesla, it was always shooting up, right? There was like maybe, and it wasn't just announcements, but there were 3 times that I can remember that Tesla fell off the cliff. However, it caught a branch on the way down, and stayed there, hanging in there until it got rescued. And up she went again and right through the top of the mountain and catapulted to the next mountain. So each stock follows its own pattern, okay? And if you do your research, you'll see what's going on with the company as to what makes it go up, down, in between, or whatever, okay? That's where your research comes in, guys. You got to do your research. Always do your research. So, buy the rumor, sell the news. Don't always follow that rule. Depending on the stock, you might sell that news and it shoots up so high that you regret and you don't have the cash to buy back in. Or you buy back in at like half the shares. And as you know, if you pay fees, you want to spread out those fees over quite a number of shares. You don't want to be spreading out fees over 5 shares. It just increases the amount of your purchase to such a point that it takes so much longer to get your money back. So let's say when I learned all kinds of these mistakes I was making and why I shouldn't make them, I developed a new strategy number 1, which was, I'm sick of all these other stocks that are so blasted unpredictable. You're losing money here, you're gaining money there, you're staying even all the time, and you're wasting your money as sitting there and not really growing because you got stocks going up, stocks going down, and when you're dealing with over 40 stocks, oh my Lord, it's just a crazy seesaw. So what did I say? What is the biggest future probability right now? Electrification. Electrification of automobiles, transportation. Yeah. And then, along with that, the supply chains. Those supply chains are going to be valuable long term because as different companies come and go, gain momentum and die, those supply chains will continue supplying. So that was my strategy number 1, was to stick with electrification and the supply chain. A very smart way to go. However, if you're heavily weighted on the vehicle side of things, like I said, some companies come and go. Do you put it there? There's a chance that each one of those companies could take off like a new Tesla. Or do you keep your money in Tesla and the supply chains for all electrification? My new strategy. No longer am I going to diversify to the point where I have all these stocks that I can't watch. I'm going to stick with one main stock, one backup stock, and then supply chain stocks. But my one main stock, which you know my number 1 pick is Tesla, I'm going to put 75% of everything I invest into Tesla. 25% will be split up between the supply chains, my secondary pick, and genomics. Supply chain, genomics, and after that, I'm going to take about 10%. So 15% goes to my second pick and genomics. 10% is going to go towards gambling. Because face it, guys, every time you invest, it's a gamble. But what I'm going to try to do is gamble with my head and not my heart. Never use emotion to invest. If you use emotion, you're bound to get bounced. Okay? Stick with good strategies, find those good stocks, put your money where your mouth is, and don't be afraid to hold and weather the storms. It's going to go up, it's going to come down, it's going to be floating in between. Stick with it. I'm sure you're going to make some good decisions that are going to make you smile, and you're going to make a few not so good decisions that are going to make you worry. But if you hold the course, you stay steady, you watch what you're doing, you're going to be successful. So what should we do? Let's get out there and make money. Now, don't be afraid to try one of our other playlists by clicking on the links on the screen coming up, and check out our other videos in this series. We rely on you for our future successes. Without you, our channel would not exist. I hope you're enjoying the content and will continue to run with us far into the future. Please help YouTube's algorithm to further our cause by liking, subscribing, becoming a member, and crushing the bell for all future content. It's your content, since I cover most of your suggestions and requests as often as I can. Keep those suggestions coming. I love them all. Our channel is factually informed opinion and not alternative fact type either. Your suggestions are more than welcome, including your critical analysis. Leave your ideas for future topics you'd like covered in the comments section. A special thanks to all you beautiful thinking people out there. A shout out to our sponsors with a special mention to Baden Optical in beautiful Ontario, Canada. Until next time, thank you for spending time with us here on this channel. Please stay safe, stay healthy, while doing your best to stay as happy as humanly possible.